Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video for today. So we have to talk again about SoFi. There was a global technology conference, JP Morgan one. There was a conversation between Anthony Noto, CEO of SoFi, and a JP Morgan analyst. A lot has been shared during that discussion. So let's go over everything you need to know. SoFi is one of the funniest stock out there because, well, in the last 12 months, the stock is up almost 90%, and yet I don't think I've seen a week where people are not crying about the performance of the stock, and it's always because that they compare it to another stock. They don't compare themselves to the market, which is usually what investors should do, right? You're trying to beat the market. You're not trying to beat another person or another stock. But yeah, since retail is becoming bigger and bigger, since we're treating this more and more like sports teams, then I guess this is what happens. Because remember, being up only 90% in the last 12 months is not good enough, right? We are used to seeing stocks being up 150, 200, 400%, right? Because that's the normal thing to see. This is sarcasm for those of you that are new here. Of course, it's not normal. If you are up 90% in a year, you should be extremely happy. And you shouldn't really care about the fact that, oh, a Robinhood is up more than a SoFi, so it must be a better company. No, it just so happens that Robinhood does have a lot more momentum with it right now. They're doing very, very well business-wise as well. But that doesn't mean that suddenly SoFi is bad or that Robinhood is better. No, actually there are two different companies that, yes, are in the financial segment. But that's about it. And so, before I continue the rant, let's refocus on why you're here. Let's talk about Anthony Noto, SoFi, the future of the company, and everything that was shared during that conference. If you enjoy this type of videos, hit all the buttons, especially the subscribe one. We really appreciate that. If you want to support me even further, do check out the link down in the description and in the pinned comment with the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. Thank you very much. All right, so first up, I want to touch on this quote right here, specifically talking about the technology platform, because the technology platform has been, of course, very, very slow. And since, well, SoFi is supposed to be the AWS of fintech, it's supposed to be more of a tech company than a bank, and that's why the stock should go up and etc. etc. So let me focus on this quote right here. Last night, I was looking at what deals have been announced, what deals have been signed but not announced, and what deals are pretty close to being signed that will generate revenue in 2026 and Q1 that didn't generate revenue in Q1 of 2025. And there are 10 deals. Now, a couple of them may not get signed, but right now they're high probable deals. There are 10 deals that will produce revenue in the first quarter of 2026 that produced no revenue in the first quarter of 2025, and it's been a long time since that's happened. So I'm super excited about what the team has already accomplished and what we're about to roll out. So again, for those that are impatient, of course, sell your shares, go somewhere else. For those that are patient, well, guess what? Things are looking better and better. Moving on to the longer term goals. So Noto reiterated SoFi's goal to reach 50 million members within 5 years, emphasizing a multi-pronged strategy focused on member growth and product adoption. This aligns with the company's mission to help people achieve financial independence, and I do believe that they also want to have at least 3 products per members. SoFi is guiding for over 30% year-over-year member growth, with 33% member growth and 34% product growth already reported for the latest period. This of course reflects strong momentum in expanding its user base. And then the last one here, Noto expressed SoFi's ambition to become one of the top 10 financial institutions in the United States, which has always been the goal. And I think, well, it will take a while, but I do think it's not a question of if, but just a question of when that happens. Up next, they did share a little bit more information on their financial goals. So SoFi is targeting mid to high 20% revenue growth with significant margin expansion evident already in Q1. Noto highlighted accelerating revenue growth and a focus on profitability. The company aims for a long-term return on equity of 20 to 30% and a 10% net income margin. Anthony Noto emphasized maintaining capital efficiency while investing heavily in growth. They also reiterated their 2026 earnings per share guidance of 55 to 80 cents, depending on reinvestment levels and revenue trajectory. Incremental EBITDA margins are targeted at 30%, with 70% of incremental profits reinvested and 30% contributing to the bottom line. And I mean, that 2026 guidance here, Wall Street still does not believe that this is going to happen. If you go and check the estimates currently, it's nowhere near the, 67 cents midpoint. So again, we are going to see a lot more surprises, because so far what SoFi has done is beat and raise, beat and raise. So yeah, Wall Street is still doubting that, okay, they said this, but we still don't believe that that's going to happen. Well, guess what happens when that will happen, and probably they'll beat it as well. Well, Wall Street will have to react. As for the tech platform, again, he highlighted huge demand for SoFi's technology platform, particularly Galileo, which supports digital banking and financial solutions for fintech and institutions globally. He noted that SoFi is actively signing new deals, with expectations of up to 10 new tech platform deals generating revenue by Q1 2026, including 2 from returning customers. Whoever that's going to be, there has been some speculation already on X, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. A significant tech platform deal with the government was mentioned that's expected to start generating revenue in 2026. This underscores SoFi's growing role in public sector partnerships, and I don't think that this is going to be the last one either. As for the loan platform opportunity, so he described the loan platform business as a major growth driver, as we've seen, capturing demand beyond SoFi's internal credit criteria by matching loans with external capital providers. He stated, quote, "The market for the loan platform business is deeper and wider than we ever thought it was," indicating a fee-based model that diversifies revenue stream. It's a wonderful business to have. It's one that is growing extremely quickly. Like he said, capital light, lower risk, higher margin. I mean, who doesn't love that? As for the products that SoFi is offering, so he emphasized SoFi's unique product breadth compared to other fintechs, offering services like checking accounts, investments, credit cards, debit cards, and lending. He discussed how this diversity drives member engagement and cross-selling opportunities, although as we've discussed on this channel, there still are a lot of things that they should be adding. Talking about the SoFi Invest platform that has achieved record engagement and variable profitability, allowing for further investment in product enhancements such as expanded asset classes and alternative investment offerings. He did also talk about the user experience, right? UI, UX. This is something that Robinhood has done extremely well, and this is something that SoFi should be doing much better. Now, talking about the credit cards part, he acknowledged the challenges in the credit card market, but highlighted efforts to improve unit economics and optimize products, particularly targeting revolvers, users who carry balances. He noted that industry-level returns suggest significant room for disruption in the segment, and did also touch a little bit about the credit card business when talking about maybe global expansion, but I didn't really want to say that much about it, which is basically what he's saying right here. He discussed SoFi's plans for international expansion, but kept significant target market confidential to maintain a competitive edge. This indicates a strategic approach to global growth with long-term potential in new regions. He then touched a little bit on, well, the SoFi proprietary technology, which he described as enabling faster innovation and lower operating costs, which will be a key enabler for international scalability. I would say probably LATAM, because we've been here a little bit more about LATAM, I'd say in the last 2 years or so. So maybe that would be a market where they should or could expand. But then again, it's a market where you already have Mercado Libre, Mercado Pago, new holdings, new banks. So yeah, quite a competitive market, but maybe it's not LATAM. So we'll have to wait and see. And then yes, of course, he touched on cryptocurrencies. So SoFi's renewed focus on cryptocurrencies, signaling a strategic pivot back into the space. It's added revenue, let's be honest, it's added revenue, maybe could add members or make sure that members are staying on the platform, because the more products and features that they offer, the less incentive existing members will have to leave the platform to somewhere else. It's the same with options and all the other things that a competitor, a Robinhood or a Revolut or whatnot is offering today. Because if you can get everything in one platform, why should you leave? And so to summarize, this is basically it. On the left, I've written down the metrics, and on the right, you have the targets and the results. It's not just for this year, for the years to come. This is basically it. Deposit base here of over $27 billion. This was, I believe, the most recent one. They will, of course, want to grow that to bigger numbers. Now, remember that you're investing in a business, and when you look at the business and a little bit less at the stock's performance, especially, let's say, in a very, very short time frame, because again, like I said, over the past 12 months, this thing is up 90%. But if you look at the business, if you look at member growth, for example, over the last couple of years, that has grown at a compound annual growth rate of 58%. If you look at lending revenue, technology platform revenue, financial services, that has grown in the last couple of years extremely quickly. Yes, growing much, much quicker than a traditional bank, I'd say. These growth rates is what you get in a tech company. Again, yes, SoFi might not be a software player, but the growth rates here are quite something. It's true that the tech platform, which is the blue bar right here, it's been disappointing. We know that, but why only focus on this one and completely forgetting the orange bars right here, which are the financial services one, which are ones that have been growing much, much faster, which is where the loan platform business is, which is a high growth business, high margins, capital light, fee-based. Why aren't we as excited about that as you were excited about the technology platform? To me, that just doesn't make much sense, but okay. Total products have also increased extremely rapidly over the last couple of years. If you look at financial services specifically and the contribution profit, look at how fast this thing has grown over the last couple of quarters. So yes, it's true, year to date, the stock is down a little bit, 3 to 4% or so. Yes, it's true that a stock like Robinhood has performed better, but are you investing in the business or are you not investing in the business? Because I can say with almost 100% certainty that SoFi's business will become bigger and bigger for the next couple of years, and the stock will eventually reflect that. Now, when will that happen? I don't know, but I've put quite a lot of money into SoFi to, show myself and maybe you as well that I believe in the leadership, I believe in Anthony Noto, the team, the company's vision, the company's trajectory as well, to say that $13.57 will look extremely cheap 5-10 years from now. Of course, this is just my own opinion, and maybe I will be proven wrong. But so far, SoFi has done almost everything to prove the doubters wrong, right? When you beat and raise each and every quarter, I don't understand why people keep doubting them. So, all in all, that's about it. If you think that you should be treating your stocks like a sports team, then I'm sorry to say, but this is just not normal. If you think that being up 90% over a year alone is not good enough, then sorry to say again, this is not normal. But okay, you do what's best for you, I'll do what's best for me. So that's all I've got for you right now. Hit all the buttons and I see you all in the next one. Bye bye.